the National Football League, presented by EA Sports. A moment ago, the pride of Massachusetts, the Patriots, introduced to this, as always, sold-out crowd as they get set to go head-to-head with the Miami Dolphins. 2 one-loss teams set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
He's got exactly what you're looking for, the ability to not just diagnose a play and quickly, but to make a play as well. Nice job there tackling him for a loss.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. The Patriots send out their punter. Back deep for Miami, Jalen Waddle. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it'll be Dolphin football. Get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down. I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play. And sometimes it can break big.
And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. 4th down now after a loss of 2. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Pats will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Jones. To the right side, complete to Taylor. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
I think it's safe to say that that was not his primary target when the ball was snapped. And then he led him too close to the sideline, and he ended up with a loss on the play.
Yeah, great toe tap. But you lose yardage, so you wish he didn't even have the toe tap. Wish he would have been out of bounds.
Yeah, catch it. Just make sure you're out of bounds, right? Just don't get it all down as he did there.
This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And they'll get him down up past the 15.
When the hitch route is run really well, that jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space, all you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage. And that's exactly what he got done there.
Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18. Throwing Jones. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Brandon Jones able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Another try after the 1st down sack. Jones got a man complete. It's Taylor. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A big play there for the Patriots. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. On 1st down, they look downfield, and it's complete.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 37-yard line. Off the play fake, Jones. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Juju Smith-Schuster. His 1st touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Pats have taken the early lead. They'll look to throw. And the Patriots are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Running game working, they'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the 1st quarter.
Let's go!
1 quarter down. down 8-0 the score. The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this punt sails over the sideline, and the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Jones now on third down. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. A chance for Waddle on the return. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. He went backwards 7 yards, setting up a tough third down. An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on third down. Back to throw. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far, offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This is fielded at the 27. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And the Patriots take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The
Leverage.
big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series, before you get out there, hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
On 2nd and 10, Jones. He's got his receiver, Cooper. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Amari Cooper, 36 yards. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. They'll try and throw for it. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Here comes Jalen Waddle from his end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's got room. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 41 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now they'll run on the ball. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. On play action, they'll throw. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up 3rd down.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now?
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
So into Pats territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. And with the rules as touchy as they can be, it's so hard to complete a diving catch in the end zone, but he just did it pretty well.
How about him getting his body, his hands, everything underneath and around the football without it hitting the ground and causing some doubt in the minds of the people who have to look at this and possibly review it. What a tremendous effort and a great catch.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails, because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Jones. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. The Patriots send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. But he used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
Now an open man, that's the tight end Gesicki. It's complete. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. And great effort. I mean, does he get burned for that in film? He fought through some tackles. End result, though, a fumble.
It's going to be one of those situations where he'll get yelled at about the fumble, but at the same time get a check mark for the extra effort. And so it's one of those tough, tricky things for coaches. You don't want to coach it out of them so much that you take away the effort. You just want them to be conscious of taking care of the football.
1st and 10, Taylor now. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
From the 24, Jones. And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up 3rd down. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Jones. Eluding the pressure right. Completes it to Samuel. And he will have a Patriots 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Henry. Touchdown! Hunter Henry. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Waddle will return this from the end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. The white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So now at 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look, 6 DBs. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this 3rd quarter. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
2nd and 2. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he goes out right around the 39.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. Kyle Duggar up to make the tackle. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Open man is Duvernay. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic, and people wanting to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Now whistles and a flag, and I believe the Dolphin got going a little early. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. They're going to look to throw. He's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big play there for the Dolphins.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit. And that might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. The 30. Get off the field. 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. The mistakes continuing to pile up, and it looked like they were going to be able to eat into that deficit. Instead, now the deficit is even larger.
Yeah, they were on a march with a chance to get back within a score, but now that deficit continues to grow.
Extra point attempt to follow here. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Waddle will return this from the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Back to throw here. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. 2 yards on the pickup there, and that'll make it 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding.
He rifles one that's intercepted. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And the Pats are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with next.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Looking to throw. Jones going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on second.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And the Dolphins are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And, look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42. Now back to throw. He'll air this one out for Mims. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on downs. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game. Or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? Back to throw. Jones. Complete. Hunter Henry with the grab. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So 1st and 10. And if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Now a throw here to his running back. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. From the 35 on 2nd down, Jones taking a shot for Samuel. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the 4th quarter.
It certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again. Maybe they can force that offense into more and more mistakes and give them a chance to get back into this one totally.
Yeah, still a 3-score hill to climb. We'll see if they can do it. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and short. A handoff as they run the counter play. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 96 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. And to give this time to the tailback. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll have a Dolphins first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it, and the Patriots are going to take over here up near the 40. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Jones. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 40-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Here we go on 2nd and 12. Here's Johnson with a reception. And they've got it well down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And he'll give it here to his running back. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
For a rookie first-rounder, he's made a huge impact on this defense, but that tells me that they had a plan for him when they drafted him. Just turn him loose, do what you do best, go get the quarterback.
Now they go for it on 4th down, but that pass is knocked away and incomplete. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Patriots take over, and they're going to have terrific field position. They'll run on 1st down. It's Taylor, and he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this score will stay right where it is. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack. Christian Barmore. What an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And that is incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Now it's 1st and 10 after a costly penalty there on 4th down. They'll set up a throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And the Pats are going to get the football here at their own 23. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots.